Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Oklahoma City Lancers and the San Antonio Marshals. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oklahoma City Lancers and the San Antonio Marshals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 16 yards, a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Silva. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go.
And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still play. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this 1st down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They'll run on 1st down. Harding. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ain't no such thing as a look.
From the gun, Ramos. This one caught by Winslow. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Check 24, check 24.
On 1st down, Harding. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Switch it.
They run the counter. Harding. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Mike, check. 59. Here we go.
Back to throw. Ramos. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So here are our visitors to take over on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll run on first down. Harding. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Hey. 4 down. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Harding. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ramos. And he will find Winslow. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. 10, touchdown. Like the 59. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Let's go.
Now Ramos throwing on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Go now. 18 Gator.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And 10-2 stop. Get the ball. Hit it.
They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Ramos off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Ramos now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
We got 4. We got 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
70, Indy. Let's go, bring it up. 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
Here we go. 30 base. Mike. Hey. Big grip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And to give this time to the tailback. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
18 Gator. 54. I don't even know why this team showed up. Cut.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead.
I don't know who exactly made the call. Was it the special teams coach? But it had to be okayed by the head coach. Gutsy call. Fake field goal that results in a touchdown. A terrific play.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. On the crossing route, complete. That's Logan. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Ramos. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
You got nothing. Set up.
To throw is Ramos. Operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you two in just a moment. First, we just want to give everybody a look ahead to what's in store for us this weekend as we enter the final month of this NFL season. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the one down in Carson, where it'll be the Chargers taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harding, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
59. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
To throw is Ramos. To throw on 3rd down. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Ramos throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
All day, baby, all day.
They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's a 2nd and 7. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here's Ramos. Off play action. And he's got it. And he will take it in for the touchdown. From 17 yards out. And his guys are going to retake the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 39 yards there. A big one. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed.
Here we go. 50, plant. Too low, Joker, 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 Joker.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From a yard out. And his guys have once again taken the lead. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Ramos off the play fake. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ramos. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here's Ramos. Off play action. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that's going to tie things at 20. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back now in San Antonio, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He's coming to double up.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Ramos. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Ramos now From the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side complete. It's Logan. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Ramos operating from the gun and nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Ramos over the middle complete. That's Graves. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game. How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it. Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A 10-play drive that time, and in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by a field goal, 1:08 to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Together, defense. Let's get it together. Deep grip.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
They're running it.
And they will take a knee here. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to them a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right. I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. Any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You'd better be ready to play.
So for the home team here, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.